guys, so today I'll be telling you some stories about my life, and yeah. So make sure to like, or no joke, or actually, I'm positive that somebody will come knock at your door and tell you to subscribe. No freaking lies. So anyway, I'm going to be telling you about this familiar kid called, for convenience, Hunter, probably, because I have no idea how to name people. But I'll be telling you some stories about him, and you know, it will just be funny. Hopefully you stick to the end. So, I think I was like in preschool or something, and I think I was just playing in the classroom. I was pretty wild back then, so I had no idea what I was doing. But anyway, the unfamiliar person that we have there is actually Hunter. And I know it sounds crazy, but he actually just came up and shoved all my toys away. Now, here's the thing. I think he's going to watch this video, so I'll tell you if he does or not, but still hang out with him today. And I know he watches because he used to watch my past videos. So, like my first video, I thought it was really cringy, but if you want to, you can go check it out. So anyway, you might be familiar with me not doing Roblox videos, and if you don't know where I am, I'm in Roblox actually doing the destruction simulator right now while recording a video. So anyway, let's get right into it. So, first, there's Hunter. Yeah. He is in my 3rd grade class, and never seen him since. So anyway, sorry about that. So we were just playing, and all of a sudden he comes up with an idea, and he says, "Hey, go look. Hey, you Scary Joe, I know you've had some pranks going on in the class," which I don't know what the heck he's talking about, because I've never pranked somebody in my whole entire life. Well, my brother, but that's not important to the story. And he said, "Hey, why don't you go prank the teacher?" And pranking teacher is pretty much one ticket to the principal's office. So I say, "Dude, look, you're really going to make me get in trouble, and you see that I've never gotten in trouble in school. So I don't know why you're trying to make me get in trouble and why the heck you're here, but, you know, whatever." So he decides to, like, scowl on me. I'm just like, "Dude, I'm sorry. You need help?" And he just shoves all my toys away. No joke, no scam, he did it. So I was pretty mad at him. One way to get him back was I just put water on his chair and he slipped off. I actually told the truth, and that made me get out of trouble. Well, funny thing, when that happened, apparently he told on me, saying, "Oh, look, Eli had some water on the chair." I'm just like, "Listen, I'm going to tell the truth, because actually telling a lie, and I've never told a lie in my life, so I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure I've never told a lie in school." So anyway, he starts throwing a fit and another tantrum. I'm just like, why? Now, this is not the first time he's gotten into a tantrum. Most of the times he has gotten into one tantrum that was horrible. But we don't need to talk about that. Maybe in another story, but, you know, it doesn't matter. So, anyway. So after that prank, I thought it was pretty hilarious, but, you know, pranks are a pretty uncommon thing, or a very common thing to do in school. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to be telling you about him on my 1st grade, preschool, and up until 3rd grade, because that's when I've seen him, and I've never seen him since, so why even bother? But, you know, you get the point. So, the preschool was very hard for me, but you know what? I got through it and managed to get another grade. And told my parents not to put me with them in. I don't think that really did work well, because in 1st grade, once again, It was a very hard time for me, so I completely no idea what to do for the school year. Just imagine someone that you really do hate and that's been annoying you throughout the whole school year, has literally been harassing you for the rest of your life, just in your school or in your class again. So I got pretty much harassed for the rest of the time, whispering in my ear, all of that stuff. Yeah, but tantrums are pretty uncommon for in school, but whatever. So I was just hanging out and I went to the rug and he kept whispering in my ear saying, "Hey, let's commonly talk so we get in trouble." I'm just like, "Listen, pal, I just need to listen to the teacher, please." After that, he gets really mad. But then when we go to recess, he's just like, "You know what? You're so mean." I'm just like, "What do you mean? What the heck are you talking about?" And he's like, ignoring me on the rug. And I just said, "Listen, pal, I was on the rug for a pretty decent amount of time and you singled me out like I was trying to concentrate. Do you ever get that time where you really want to concentrate to the teacher so you don't get in trouble and somebody always has to ruin that for you?" Well, that's in this kind of principle. Because I was pissed off with him and really wasn't mad. I was really mad at him. So I was pretty mad because how is that being mean? I was just trying to be responsible, unlike you. But I know some of us are doing great, high school stuff, middle school, just all of that basic stuff. So yeah, he was kind of pissed off at me, and I didn't even feel bad for him because I've seen a lot of what he done, and it was weird because I made friends with him. And I'm not sure why, so I just stopped being friends with him. But that's back when I didn't know he threw tantrums and all that stuff. I was pretty sure I had some other things to bother with. But, so, back to the story. So, I was technically ticked off with him, and I was pretty mad coming because I thought that was the only grade I was going to be with him, and I guess not. Actually, here's a cool fact. I actually went to kindergarten and he didn't know how to throw tantrums, so good job for him. But that's weird because he started throwing tantrums in kindergarten, so why do you keep throwing them now in first grade? But anyway, so I was really mad at him, and I had no idea why the heck the teacher or the principal or whoever put me with him, and I was pretty mad. But eventually, he was just mad at me for ignoring him and, all that basic stuff. So after that, everything started to settle down, and I was pretty happy with that because I didn't want to deal with his crap anymore. But here's the twist: he told me at lunch, and he switched my food out with his food, so when I went to take a bite, he put sweet potato in my lunch. And the whole time I'm thinking, okay, so maybe, that's back when I didn't know when he put it in there. But after a day, he told me, and I was so mad at him, so I didn't do anything to get back at him. I didn't know exactly what to do, but I told my parents about it, and they just said, yeah, just stay away with him. And what kind of advice is that? I'm pretty sure he won't even stay away from me anytime soon, but. So, eventually, he just started making a fit about how last time I sold him out. I'm just like, what the heck are you talking about? That was like yesterday. And he kept making a fit about it, and I don't know if it was just rubbed into his head or something, but I was pretty mad that he brought it up again, because I had no idea what to respond. What else are you supposed to respond to that? So anyway, after that, I was just listening and just ignoring him at all costs, and eventually he pulls me up at recess, and he says, "Hey, I don't feel like we're friends." I'm just like, okay. But I was thinking in my head, like, I wasn't already friends with him. So, whatever. And I also forgot to mention in preschool, I just stopped being friends with him and he didn't even know, so good job, me. But, yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, I know. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm just like, listen, you really are blaming me for some strange reason because I'm not the one who's ignoring you. There's other people ignoring you. I see you talking to other people when you're not supposed to. And that's true because I've seen him do that a bunch of times. And he always pretends like nothing happened. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm just like, didn't you know I told the teacher about this? I was like, no, why? And he's like, because you harass everybody. And literally nobody likes you if you're going to harass them for the rest of your day. And he was pretty mad at that. I'm just like, say all you want. I literally just am telling you that sometimes people will not want to hang out with you if you're just going to throw tantrums and all that stuff out of everybody. And I told him that. Eventually he told the teacher on me that I was being mean to him. I'm just like, so the teacher pulls me up, and this is what Hunter says. He's harassing me. Oh my God. He's telling on me. Oh look. Oh, he's harassing me. He pulls up me every time at recess, and he says that we're not friends anymore. I'm just like, and I told the teacher that exactly that was the opposite thing he meant. And I told the teacher that I was basically not the one who was harassing him. He was the one who was harassing me. And the teacher was completely confused at the moment because if he could have just told the truth, the teacher wouldn't be confused and probably blushing by now. But instead, he had to tell the lie, and I think it was opposite day. And I thought that was a dumb move out of him because, you know, you get so frustrated when your words go against you. And yeah, I have an older brother, so I know what it's like being little, if you're a little brother. But yeah, I was starting to freak out at him. Well, not physically freak out at him, but I was just so mad at him for telling like an opposite thing. So I'm just starting to get really mad at this dude, Hunter, and I am starting to get really ticked off with him because he was the one who was harassing me, and I was the one who was trying to defend myself. And he was trying to physically attack me, but since he was trying to do that, I kept dodging and he started getting mad. But then he told the teacher again, and he says, oh, look, he's touching me, oh, look. And I'm just like, listen, Hunter, I think you need to talk with me. I don't think, well, he didn't actually go up to the teacher. I'm just like, I'm going to tell the teacher. I'm just like, no, Hunter, you need to talk with me. Because what's going to happen to the teacher? Like, what are they just going to magically do? Give them what they want? No, because if they did, I'm going to have to tell my parents all about that, and they'll hopefully get me out of the thing. But anyway, I started to get to talk with him, tell him about everything, and he says, well, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just like, and he just said, how come you always get out of trouble when you tell something? I'm just like, because I actually speak the truth, unlike you, because every time you tell on me, I speak the truth. Yeah, like, sure, I put water under your seat, but I was being truthful, unlike what you do. So he started getting really mad at me. I'm just like, please don't throw a tantrum, because that would just make things worse. Eventually, things started to calm down, and we got through school year pretty fine. So, then second grade happened. Well, I think we split up. Yeah, we split up in third grade. But there was another type of Hunter that I want to talk about when I was in third grade. So in second grade, it was a pretty common day. Same tantrum, same all of that. And then after the second day, everything started to calm down. And then he started to get sick, and I'm just like, cool. Because I don't want to be with someone that treats me like a jerk, but, you know, we don't need to speak about him anymore because I think he's watching my videos and he's going to be pretty mad at me. And he can't say that I told his name. I didn't say anything about your real name, and that's not even his real name. He can't say that's about him. So, if he says that, I'm just going to be like, what did I say about you? I didn't even say your real name. And that's basically the same thing. Scrubby. Karen and Scrubby. I'm not sure if you heard of him. If you want to, go check him out if you want to. But, yeah, so it was just a pretty calm day in 2nd grade, and I had one of the best teachers in there who I really liked, and I still like to this day, but he was my favorite teacher, and I was a little mad when I went to 3rd grade, but, you know, it happens. You get a favorite teacher, and eventually sometimes your fun has to end. But those rules don't apply because my favorite teacher actually moved out of the school. Like, kids sometimes say hi in the morning to their favorite teacher, so it's a pretty common thing. But mine left and went to Barker Road, so I feel bad. But anyway, we're not going to get too distracted. So on to the important thing. So 2nd grade was a huge success. I actually felt the most calm in 2nd grade. We stayed out of trouble by telling the truth and, you know, all that basic stuff. No lying unlike Hunter, but still. He was more calm than before. So then 3rd grade happened, and luckily the Hunter I talked about was over with his madness and over with the chaos. And then another Hunter appeared. His name will be Hunter number 2, Hunter 2, because I have no idea what to name the next Hunter. So Hunter 2 was more annoying, and I was starting to get mad because I thought my Hunter days were over with, but I guess not, because somehow people have to make me with the worst people and all that stuff, so I was just pretty ticked off. But at the same time, you really don't want someone who's going to come and harass you, and I just wanted a nice school year. I mean, the only nice school year I've had so far was 2nd grade, and I still like it to this day. So I was pretty mad. I wasn't really the best with this because I was actually not good at 3rd grade because of the advanced math. You know how sometimes you get advanced math and all of a sudden you get mad because you think you'll have a bad school year, but yeah, it's sort of like those days. So another Hunter has appeared or joined the battle, I guess. I mean, we can pull that up right now. But I was just so mad because another Hunter, right? But the Hunter was way worse than the Hunter I had. So now on to the art class, which as you saw in the intro, I'm not sure if you've read it, it was this. I'll slow it down if you want. But that was the intro, so now we're on to the art class. Now, the art class was, well, this was the only bad thing he did, so I'm only going to share this, but unfortunately we're running out of time, so I'll just share this quick story. So anyway, so the next Hunter, we were in the table, and I was with my friend, you know, just having a nice little time at the table, ready to give him instructions. So after we were just only doing this calm project, so he shook this, so we heard some banging, and we asked Hunter if he did it. He said no. We believed him at first. Then the same rumbling again. We decided to ask him because I saw no feet moving, and I thought I saw Hunter 2's feet move. So I just said, dude, are you sure you're not moving? And he's like, yes, I'm positive. And then he shook it way harder. So I was saying, like, dude, stop. This is pretty annoying. And he says, no, who did that? I'm just like, oh my god. And everybody had enough of him. And I was hoping everything would calm down, but no, apparently they had to make it way worse. So they just said, oh, why do you keep doing that? Oh, what? Stop shaking it, Hunter, too. And guess what he did? He got up from his hard chair, walked over to the art teacher. Literally, nothing has changed from the Hunters I've told you. And he told on my whole table. Good job, Hunter. Thanks for lying to everybody. I really do appreciate it because obviously this will just get you into more trouble. So he told on this. The teacher had an announcement saying, hey guys, can I have an announcement please? Just so you know, no bullying in art class. I'm just like, yeah, that has to apply with you, Hunter. And he's like, that also has to apply with you. I wasn't doing anything. You can't just blame it on me saying, oh, look, you did that. Blame it on him, sure. Because I get blamed on everything, basically. I think it's just because I'm the best at school and people are jealous. No, I'm just kidding. If you're watching that now, Hunter, I'm sorry, I'm going to forgive you. But, anyway, he told on us. And I told the teacher calmly saying, look, he was the one who was shaking the table. If he's gonna blame us, just bully me, please, because you've seen me good, right? And she's like, yeah, but why do you have to be so mean to him? I'm just like, listen, we've told him to stop, so if you're not gonna accept that, I have no idea what else you're gonna have to accept. So she says, okay, we'll stop it. The next day, shaking the table again. Same thing happened, and the teacher finally bullied me. I was relieved and decided to give her a big hug. But I'm sorry, that's it from my days of storytelling. If you want to see Roblox videos, let me know in the future. But for now, I'll say goodbye. And if you want to hear more stories about Hunter, let me know by liking or leaving a comment or subscribing. Here's the thing, if I get 100 likes, I'll do another Hunter video. Or if someone new leaves a comment. So stay tuned because I like doing the content I do. So make sure to keep on subscribing, liking my videos, turn on notifications probably. And yeah, I'll see y'all in another video. And we will say bye, guys.